Tonight I'm getting ready to make about 25 pounds of summer sausage. I had made some smoked sausage before and did the smoking process, and somebody had asked me to show them the whole thing, and so this is what we got going on. I have tried in the past to make my own sausage. I'm going to cut while I'm talking here. Tried in the past to make my own seasoning for summer sausage and get a recipe offline. And the reason I'm showing you this cut right here is because this is about a little over 3 pounds of the pork I'm going to be using. It's actually a pork loin center cut, boneless, so it's about $8, and that's a nice chunk of pork. It's still pretty froze in the center here, thawed around the outside. And what I do is just cut it. I spend the time to cut it into smaller strips than you normally would for your grinder. You need a good knife to do that. And the reason I do that is because it's just easier on the grinder, but to have this almost frozen, you can see I can bend it and everything. To have it almost frozen, it keeps it cooler longer. It doesn't stick as bad in the grinder and all that stuff. So also, if you finish grinding and you get your grinding right in, your grinder parts right into the sink, they clean up really nice. I'm using about 6 pounds of pork for this 25 pounds, and the rest is going to be venison. So basically the most important thing that I've found making sausage is to have your setup. I have a LEM grinder. It's I think a number 5 big bite. Got it down here, yeah, number 5, 0.25 horsepower. It's a big bite. That works really well. Get some good containers. They don't have to be LEM. That just happened to be what I have. You can get them, food containers, I think at Walmart now. And you're going to grind your meat into there. Take the meat, put it into a mixer. This is the first time I've ever used a mixer. I just got it. I've been mixing by hand in here. And when you have frozen meat and you're mixing by hand and you really have to do a thorough job at it, your hands will get cold and it'll actually start to hurt your knuckles. But you got to mix it up. So you're mixing, trying to thaw your hands out, mixing some more, just back and forth. And then I got a sausage stuffer. I think it's a 5-pound stuffer, and that really makes it nice. I started out piece by piece. I just started collecting everything that I needed, and now that I have it, it goes right along. But you don't have to have all of this stuff to do it. You need a grinder, and that's it. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording for a while and get that meat cut up. I got the venison right over here, thawed out about the same as the pork. And I'll get it all cut up so I can grind it. And I'll show you the process when I start. Okay, we've got all the meat cut. You can see, still a little bit frozen. Okay, I've got a nice spot in the refrigerator for this whole bin right here. That is 25 pounds of venison and pork mixed. That whole thing is equal to 25 pounds. I've got bacon and I've got the pork that I showed you that I cut previously. 3 pounds of bacon, about 3 pounds of the other pork. So we're ready to start grinding. Biggest thing, like I said, have a clean sink. As soon as I'm done grinding, I don't need to grind it anymore. I'm grinding it through this small grate, and I cut everything small enough where it's going to go through no problem. I'm mixing the pork with the venison. Just keep whatever I grab and throw in, mixing it back and forth until this whole bin is empty. Just thought of, you'll notice the condensation right here on the grinder itself. That a lot of people will put this into the freezer. If your meat isn't frozen, that really helps to stop everything, especially the fatty stuff, from getting gobbed up in there. So this stuff being partly frozen, and like I said, it's not hard as a rock. You can push it with your finger and you can hear the ice inside of it, but that helps keep it cold, keep it chilled while you're doing it, so you can really go through it pretty quick. Okay, so we're looking at about 5 minutes worth of grinding, maybe a little longer, and we've got 25 pounds of ground meat, and it's going to go straight into the fridge because the next thing has got to be to clean this. If you let it sit, all this little blood and fat and everything up here gets just stuck on everything and stuck in here. That's why I like a clean sink. You go straight from the grinding, clean up your equipment. At least rinse the big stuff out of it. You don't have to wash it all, but you get that taken care of, it'll be a lot easier for you later. Alright, so grinder parts are in the sink, soaking. They're actually in the box over there. Grinder's out of the way. I'm going to mix this up by hand rather than stick it all. First off, that's only a 20-pound mixer. So I'm going to mix this all up by hand and then measure out 5 pounds of it. Okay, so it's kind of turned into a little review here with this mixer. I just dumped in 5 pounds of meat. This is the Cabelas mixer. It'll do up to 20 pounds, around 20 pounds. Big sign, turn to mix. That way. So that's what we're doing. So you can see what's happening there. It's just kind of bobbling around on the one side. But when I put it in reverse and do it, it actually starts throwing it around a little bit better. And in my opinion, does a better job mixing it. And that's what I saw in some of the reviews. So, there you have it. That's the way you're supposed to go. It just looks like it's moving clumps of meat back and forth, and that's about it. It's not really doing too well. So, this guy, he's going to spin it both ways. So, I'm dissolving the cure and the seasoning mix in 5 ounces of water, and I'll stir that into there and give it all a big mix. Okay, we're all mixed up. It's good and tacky. Now we're moving on to stuffing the stuffer. I'm not too worried about getting cleaning this mixer up. I'm not going to take it apart. I'm just going to reach in and pull the meat out and throw it in there. Reason I'm not worried about cleaning it up is the next batch that I'm doing is 20 pounds of summer sausage, and the only difference between the summer sausage jalapeno and the summer sausage regular is, guess what? Right, jalapenos. So if you had some jalapenos and you dehydrated them like I did this year, you could just crush them up and put them right in there and you'd have the same thing. So I don't think there's a whole lot of difference other than that. Keep feeding it along just like that. See how it's filling up? I can feel the edge of the stuffer tube right here on my finger. So you just keep it like that. It kind of pushes everything down to that end. And just go nice and easy with it because it fills up pretty quick. You can hear the air purging out of it. And these tubes came with the kit. And I like to have summer sausage with cheese and crackers. And smoked cheese is really good with it. So this is about the perfect size for a cracker. Plus it's nice around Christmas, Thanksgiving. You have some parties, holiday parties to go to. You can grab a link of this and bring it with you. It's always nice. Okay. So there we go. I'll back it off just a hair. That stops the flow. And I just pinch it off right there like that. And give it a twist. That's what it's going to look like. Now they send string with this that you can tie up this end. I use the hogging rings and a pair of hogging pliers. I like the string on the top end because that's how you hang it from smoking. So this works out alright. You just crimp it on, and there you go. Got a little bit extra meat there. Throw that right back in the mixer. That's our first one. That's it. We'll just continue doing that until these 5 pounds are done. Should take 5 of these. I can mark them jalapeno. It will be all set. All right, we've got 20 pounds inside here. Put the lid on because it splatters around a bit, and I gotta kind of hold on to it. So I'm gonna set you right on top. I'll give you a live view, see how this works out. I don't know how it will, but okay, spinning the correct way with 20 pounds. Everything's moving around nice and easy. Looks like it's spinning around the hole inside there. Spin it backwards. It's a little bit harder to spin. Breaks it up a bit. So I think both ways is the ticket again here, and just keep on doing it. Still beats doing it freezing your hands off. So I'm going to put the rest of the seasoning in with this and then get crazy spinning it so I can get this done sometime tonight. Well, we're all done. Everything's stuffed. What I did is on these shorter casings here, I cut off the side with the string. I cut it short, so that way I can tell these ones are the jalapeno ones, these ones are not. So it's all summer sausage. This end jalapeno, you can see it's a little bit darker, and you can see in this one that's half a jalapeno, half the other, but that'll be a surprise for somebody. Anyways, these are about a pound each, so there's 9 of those, and this is what's left over. I'll cut that off from there. And then I got all these. These are about 3 pounds each, so 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 15 and a little bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 24 pounds, and this and this. So we're looking a little bit more than 25 pounds once it's all said and done with the seasoning and the water and everything. My preference is these casings. They're easy to stuff. You know, they go a lot faster. The only thing is it takes a little bit more time to smoke to reach the internal temperature of 165. Other than that, I like them better because they just they fit in these cases nice, and they go a lot quicker. This whole process took about 3.5 to 4 hours, and like I said, it's a simple backwoods seasoning from LEM. I buy everything from LEM just because it's all in one place and it's easy. They have everything you need. And if you want to try your own seasonings, then I think that's great. I have tried it, and it just never comes out exactly the same. I've tried a few different recipes I found online, and it just doesn't taste like summer sausage when I'm all done. So, either I'm doing something wrong with them, or I'm just used to summer sausage tasting like summer sausage. So, stick with what's good, I guess, so you're not wasting your meat and wasting your time. A lot of people will be like, oh, that's easy, anybody can do it. Well, that's true, and it tastes good, and I didn't waste any venison. So that's my whole goal, and I've got 25 pounds worth of summer sausage I can smoke and use for sandwich meat, snacks, bring to a party, dice it up, have some smoked cheese and crackers with it, and you're eating good. So anyways, thanks for watching. I hope this video helped out. If you have any recipes or suggestions or things that you've tried that are like no fail and you want to write about them in the comments, go ahead. I'll put a link to my other video where I'm actually smoking some sausage like this, and you can see that process if you haven't seen it already. So alright, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next time.